After the passing of Queen Elizabeth II on Thursday, September 8, her beloved dogs will be cared for by Prince Andrew and his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson. The late monarch's two dogs, Muick and Sandy, were presents from her son, and a spokesperson for Andrew said he and Sarah, Duchess of York, will take care of them. Since she didn't want to leave any puppies behind when she passed away, Her Majesty stopped breeding canines 7 years ago. But it is known that during the past few years, Andrew and his daughters gave her 2 corgis, Muick and Sandy, with the promise of caring for them in the event of her passing. In 2021, during lockdown, Prince Andrew gifted his mother, Queen Elizabeth, Muick, a corgi, and Fergus, a dorgi. When Fergus died in May 2021, in the aftermath of Prince Philip's death, he was replaced with another corgi, Sandy, a gift from Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie for her official 95th birthday. The Queen named the dorgi, a Dachshund Corgi cross, Fergus after her uncle, who died in action during the First World War, and the corgi Muick, after Loch Muick on the Balmoral estate. Speaking at the time of the new corgi arrivals, the Queen's dresser Angela Kelly said, "I was worried they would get under the Queen's feet, but they have turned out to be a godsend. They are beautiful and great fun, and the Queen often takes long walks with them in Home Park." The Mirror claims that although the Queen struggled with mobility issues recently, Andrew and Sarah frequently took the dogs for walks. Comment on the pets left behind when the owner died. Ryan Neal, animal charity Blue Cross Head of Behaviour Services, told metro.co.uk that responses to losing an owner can vary from one dog to the next. Mr. Neal said, "Some might appear to adapt and recover quite quickly, whereas other dogs might appear to experience the loss more deeply." He added, "Grieving the loss of a loved family member is a natural process that most dogs recover from in time. We can help our dogs to do this by being patient with them whilst sticking to their normal routine. Try not to overly compensate by dramatically changing your behavior or their routine, as this might be confusing for them when things settle back to normal." On Saturday, Andrew was spotted in Balmoral with daughters Beatrice and Eugenie as they inspected the tributes left for the Queen and expressed gratitude to those who had traveled to pay their respects. "We've been allowed one day, now we start the process of handing her on," Andrew responded when a mourner inquired how things were going. Meanwhile, on Thursday, Sarah posted a touching tribute to the Queen on Instagram, writing that she was the most incredible mother-in-law and friend anybody could want for, and she would miss her more than words can express. The Duke of York and Duchess of York continue to live together at Royal Lodge in Windsor despite their 1996 divorce. The Duchess bonded with Her Majesty over dog walking and riding horses, a source recently told The Telegraph, and even after her divorce, she would continue her great friendship with Her Majesty by walking the dogs in Frogmore and chatting. The royal biographer Ingrid Seward said on Saturday, amid speculation over who would care for the dogs, "It would seem most logical that the corgis go to Andrew. Let's face it, he hasn't got anything else to do." The Queen's lifelong love of corgis was well documented, and she reportedly said that, "My corgis are family." Over her lifetime, the Queen owned more than 30 corgis, all descended from her first, Susan, an 18th birthday gift from her father George VI. She is also credited with inventing the dorgi after her corgi Tiny and Princess Margaret's dachshund Pipkin unexpectedly got a little too friendly in 1971. But it turned out to be a rather lucky encounter, as the Queen adored the puppies so much she decided to breed more over the years. Her Majesty owned at least one corgi at any given time between 1933 and 2018, when the last surviving member of the royal corgi family, Willow, died. The beloved pooch was put to sleep at Windsor Castle in April 2018 after falling ill of a cancer-related illness. The Queen was heartbroken over Willow's death but did not want her canine companion, who was almost 15, to suffer. Willow, who famously starred in the James Bond sketch during the London Olympics opening ceremony in 2012, was believed to be the 14th generation descended from Susan. The Queen has mourned every one of her corgis over the years, but she has been more upset about Willow's death than any of them, a Buckingham Palace source told the Daily Mail. It is probably because Willow was the last link to her parents and a pastime that goes back to her own childhood. Willow is thought to be buried in the castle grounds, along with all of the Queen's pets in a secluded area of the 20,000-acre Sandringham estate. The Royal Pet Cemetery was started by Queen Victoria for her collie Noble, who died in 1887, and was revived in 1959 when Elizabeth II wanted a gravestone for Susan. Despite her adoration for corgis, the Queen decided to sacrifice her passion and stop breeding in 2015. At the time, Royal Aide Monty Roberts, who advised the Queen on her horses, told Vanity Fair magazine she didn't want to have any more young dogs. She didn't want to leave any young dog behind. She wanted to put an end to it. He added, "I have no right to try to force her into continuing to bring on puppies if she doesn't want to."